There is two types of transformation that I am getting to see a little bit more of. And it's starting to come up as a map that I want to share with my circle, with my people, so that this map can be on the field. I don't know if this map is already there. If it is, I haven't encountered it yet. Uh, at least in the field where I've been working most is in possibility management. I've been I've been noticing some like one. There is the first field of transformation, which is like it shows up for me as a big circle, and uh, and that there is like the transformation that is most like a shallow kind of transformation. These are kind of like behavioral transformation. So I'm gonna put here behavior, uh, but like kind of like uh surface, like this is like on the surface layer, like in appearance. So the appearance, things change here on this layer of the surface, uh and so it might look like somebody is changed, that somebody really done something to that changed their life. For example, like they quit an addiction, or so yeah, they quit an addiction, or they stop doing this thing, they stop watching porn, they stop um, yeah, I guess like I'll put these ones like here, addictions, then they stopped certain behaviors, and they're not watching porn anymore, they quit that food, they quit cigarette, they quit smoking, they stop going out and drinking, and they, like, in appearance it looks like something has changed. um, but then there is like something that this is like only the appearance, and there is this kind of change, this layer is this kind of change that is only on the surface, that it looks like something changed, but it's really just another phase. It's just another, yeah, like this is like the face, the appearance, this is just another phase of the being. This is just like another phase. And it can seem like people go to training spaces, and they come here, and they, let's say that they're here, they're working on this part of themselves, and then they go around the surface, and then they find themselves here in a different part. And I guess like I'll make it here like a standing guy, like now they're here, before they were here, and now like they're moved, and it looked like there was transformation because they're standing here on a different place. uh, but it's still part of the same transformation, the same field that transformed, and there was nothing at the core. At the core, nothing changed. There is here, so there is, this is the core, and it looks like an egg. Yeah, it's like the yellow of the egg, and this is the outside of the egg. And so they're like here, they're only changing on the surface layer, but there is nothing that is going through to the depths and actually creating transformation here at the core. And it's here in this core. Yeah, put here core. This is the kind of like the source of the manifestation of this external layer. So all of this stuff that is in the external layer, it comes from this core, from the core of the being. So out here in this part, this is like the ego, this external layer, the mask. Yeah, like I was saying, like the face, the appearance, the pretending. This is the mask. The In possibility management, this call is the box. So it might seem like the box is transforming, is changing, but it's just going around in the circle, and it's not, in essence, not touching the core of the being. Which, when you touch the core, when there is a real transformation, where there is actually some love, or some possibility that comes and goes deeper through the different layers here that make up this external layer, and it touches the core of the being. When your being gets really touched by something, and then is when actual transformation can happen. And this is the most scary transformation, because this has been working for your whole life. The core has been working, it has helped you to survive, and changing that core is like changing the code base of an operating system that is already working, or of an application that is already working. It's like, it's working, so why do you really want to change it? And then is you get this pain. You get this is called this pain. Is a pain that touches your core. The pain that touches the core, and it says like, there is something that is not working. There is something that is not working, that is making this life out here on this layer not life anymore. And it feels more like a prison. Like, when this layer here, it served a purpose before to help you survive, but now it feels more like a prison. Like this core, it might be that it started growing kind of like a plant. When it grows inside of a pot, you got a plant, and then when the plant is little, the roots are little, and it has a lot of space to go around in the pot and explore with their roots. So as the roots start expanding, also the plant starts growing, and it starts flourishing and becoming bigger, and it reaches a point where the plant's growing so big that the roots have gone all over this pot here. It has gone all over, and there is no more space for the roots. The roots are clashing with each other, they are touching each other, they start wrapping up like this, and it becomes like there is no more resources, there is no more soil in there, no more like no more context. The context has been outgrown by the being. So it's like kind of like with a religion, like somebody like explores all the religion, and then there is no more. It reached the edge. So when you reach the edge of a culture, and then there is just nothing more there. There is like an like an empty place, and there is nothing else to go into. So when this happens, the plant, like naturally, it wants a bigger pot. Like, it wants to be repotted into something that's bigger, a really big pot where it has like new resources and more resources, where the roots can now expand and the plant can continue growing. And even better, like, why not plant the plant directly on the earth, where it has nearly infinite space for growing and connection with other plants and collaboration with other beings like mushrooms and insects and pollinators and all of this massive ecosystem of things that are alive out there and that can interact with this plant. So in a similar way, when it reaches a point where the being it's in this mask layer. The mask layer, I'm gonna make here a mask. It's a mask and it's smiling, and it's another mask and it's sad. So in this layer, it reaches a point where there is just no more space, and the being, it touches the pain, touches the core source, and is actually in this place here. When you say, this does not work for me anymore, you hit bottom. This is bottom. You've hit a bottom, and in fact, like here at the center of this circle, this is the bottom. You've hit the bottom, and this is from where change and real transformation occurs. What happens is, a lot of time, this is so painful. Touching your core, your source, is so painful. it's easier to deny it. It's easier to jump back right to the surface and say like, no, 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 this has been working so far, this has been working, and I don't really need to change anything. I don't really need to do anything. I can just keep living up here in the surface, smiling, and every pretending that everything is okay, and just like not really feeling again that pain of the thing that is not working. So in transformation, this stuff up here, like there is a lot of spaces out there where this is where the shed is changing, where they're changing their appearance. Things look like they're a little bit different, but then when it goes back to the other side, like things are the same. And this is because they're not touching that core source. They're not touching the bottom, that where actual transformation can happen. So these are the two spaces. The two spaces. This is like the surface layer, which the surface is a manifestation of what's in the core. So when there is something happening in the core, it manifests in the surface. So when something changes at the core, automatically the surface, it either cracks like an egg. This cracks like an egg, and the surface cannot be anymore. So there's like a new layer of surface, or the core, it becomes the surface, the new surface, and or it expands. There is like an expansion of the surface where more things become possible. Now the surface is like bigger, and it's not like there is like new things that are possible. Now this thing that is over here, it's possible, that was not possible in this layer. So this layer expands and the appearance changes, but it's from the core. So things might seem like they're changing when people are on this layer, because like, oh yeah, like I'm doing something different, but they're just in a different place of the surface. When there is a change at the core, the surface changes automatically, and it might seem like it's the same change, but it's a core change. Something changed at the core that does not allow the same layer, the same surface face to be the same. So this is as you're in going through your own transformation, or as you are someone who holds space for other people to go to transformation. This is a map that can like paint the picture of, has the person, or have I gone to, like, has the person gone all the way to the core? Are they actually touching their core, or are they still in this la la land of they still need to grow, they still have resources here to consume, they still don't have enough pain, they're comfortable, they are content, they don't really have a necessity. They could wait a few more days, or a few more years, or a few more moon cycles, and then this could give you a hint of where the person is at, and like if they're actually working at their core. Because when they get to the core, it is actually painful, is devastating, and is unbearable, and it will manifest as this, like it either cracks the person's surface, which is a necessary part of transformation. Real transformation is this cracking, like cracking when a chicken is in an egg, and then the egg cracks. The egg served the chicken to grow. You serve the chicken, there is a chicken inside, and it's growing, and it reaches a point where the chicken is too big, and the egg cracks, and then from the egg it comes a whole nother being, which has a new life, and it has a new purpose, and it has a new beginning, so to say. And the eggshell is the old shit. Like, this is the old stuff that it served a purpose one time, but it was so precious. It was everything before for the chicken. For the chicken, the egg was everything, the eggshell. That was his home, that was his first place, that was his place of safety, his nourishment. But now it's ready to come out, and this process happens naturally, and not every chicken makes it. There is nothing guaranteed. So for us as space holders of transformation, we are helping people, guiding them to keep beating at the surface, keep growing and using the resources they have still, exploring the resources that are still in their environment that they have not consumed. But it's not just about consuming, but it's about, yeah, like using those resources that they need for growing. And once they grown that, then our work is to coach, to not coach them, to cheer them. Go, 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 crack the egg, crack the egg, crack the egg. It's gonna be painful, it's gonna be different, it's gonna be uncomfortable. And it does mean that you are growing. It means that you're coming out into life. It means that you are living, that you are choosing not to stay comfortable, numb, ignorant, or blind, or denial of what's going on, in denial of your pain, in denial of what you really want, in denial that you are growing, that you are changing, that you are somebody different today than you were last year, that you are somebody different than you were when you were born, and that you are growing. And this is when, yeah, the chicken cracks the egg, said, that's enough. Like, I thank you, I have done enough here, I have outgrown this space, and now it's my time to come out. And just this last one thing before finishing here, is that patriarchy in some ways has been this egg for us. There was a point where patriarchy, like the culture where men are dominant, men are the authority, where men is the master, the father of the house is the master. In this culture, it served a purpose before for us. It served a purpose for humanity. It created a protection from things that we needed protection in that moment, at that time. And now it is not serving anymore. Like, we have outgrown all of these different ways of domination, war, fighting against each other, declaring enemies, finding who is right, who is wrong, and we've grown so much into that is done. Like, the shed is cracking. The stuff that was holding us before, the certainty, the boundaries, the walls that were holding us before, it doesn't hold us anymore. There is a crack that's happening on that egg, and there is something that is coming out of that, and it's a new human being. It's a new way of human being that this is a human being. Human. There is a new human being that is coming out into something else. That is something that is outgrowing. And again, there is no guarantees. There is no guarantees that this is going to happen. And this is, to me, the potential of what exists when we have outgrown a system. We have touched the core element of humanity, the core element of what it means to be human, what it means for you, for me, for us to be human. And that pain is too much. We don't want to continue this insane war and insane division. And I say we, and it's me, but it's like a general feel. It's like people around the world don't want to go to war. There is enough of us out there that believe that there is Something else that is possible for humanity, and this is the growth, this is the expansion that is happening in on planet Earth right now for humanity at a global level. It's like a global consciousness expansion of consciousness. So this is the map of surface change and source change. There is a difference between surface transformation and source transformation. When you change at the source, there is expansion, there is growth, there is real change and transformation, and new things become possible. When it's surface transformation, is still at the surface level and nothing has really changed to the core. So that's it for right now, and thank you for watching, and I hope this brings in some clarity to your spaces, transformation spaces, and your own transformation journey. Bye for now.